Let's imagine that your teacher assigns you a 6-paragraph essay on anything you want. But midway through the essay, you start to realize that your wording becomes clunky, you're grasping at straws for everything, and you're experiencing a mass amount of burnout. What do? Do you continue on with the essay, or do you just erase it and start it all over with a new and easier topic? Now, let's imagine that that essay is a TV show. 6 paragraphs turned into 6 seasons, and your teacher, he's the Fox Network. You have thousands of fans telling you how much they love your show, and it's making you thousands, even millions of dollars. But behind the scenes, you're experiencing more and more frustration and burnout. What do? Cancel the show making you thousands of dollars? Or do you continue on and just let the show die its inevitable corpse of a death? Well, if you said continue on, then congratulations. You're just like Ryan Murphy, Ian Brennan, and Brad Fulchek, creators of Glee. I'm so sorry you created Glee. When I say Glee, there are usually 3 actions. There's, oh, Glee, yeah, no, I know that. Or, what the hell is a Glee? Or, Glee. The last 2 are from fans of the show. But for those asking, what the hell is a Glee, who have never heard of Glee, let me give you a quick little rundown. Spanish teacher turned history teacher Will Shooters decides to revive the high school Glee Club. He gets typical bossy theater kid Rachel Berry, who inspired my outfit today. Out in Kurt Hummel, church-going soul singer Mercedes Jones, goth then not goth, started making the not started baking Tina Cohen, Shane Wilshire, Bound, Artie Adams, Star quarterback Ben Hudson, who will blackmail the pup. We all just get over it. His best friend Noah Puckerman, who gets Finn's girlfriend Quinter Bray pregnant, and a ton of other characters in the show for getting by season 5. It dictates the ups and downs of high school drama and life, and oh my god, it's a musical with at least 4 cover songs per episode, except that one episode where they did original songs, which we just don't talk about, and that's what you missed on Glee. So a lot happens in 6 years. Not only on screen, but off screen. But like any essay or project, you have to take it from the beginning. So to start off, for the background, creator Ian Brennan tried to take his pitch for a movie about a high school glee club to different networks. Now, I bet when you guys hear about a movie about a high school glee club, you're all thinking the same thing. What a loser, who would watch that? And all the networks thought the same thing too, except the Fox network. They told him to take his TV script, his movie script, and turn it into a TV script, which is fine. It's like choosing a different topic before you even start writing your essay. The first season of Glee went really, really well. It actually broke a ton of records, not only viewership records, but streaming records. Like, did you guys know they actually held the most songs on the Billboard Top 100 submitted by a singular artist, only to be beat up by Drake because he's Drake. They also went on 2 tours, a national tour in 2010 and a world tour in 2011. Also in 2011, they had a show about being on the show called The Glee Project. So 2011 was a pretty good year for Glee. Okay, it was kind of a good year for Glee. Okay, it was a sucky year for Glee, but let's get into it. In season 2, they introduced 2 new main characters. Blaine Anderson, played by Darren Criss, who I have to mention because he is the best character, and Sam Evans, played by Cord Overstreet. The character's name is worse than the actor's name. We're going to move past it. But let's talk about Cord. Cord Overstreet was a mainstay in season 2. He had a ton of major storylines, sang a lot of the covers on the show, and was in all the episodes. He even went on the world tour with them in 2011. The only problem is that, well, he was only getting paid a co-star amount. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever looked into the payrolls of your favorite TV shows, but main cast members, yeah, they make the big bucks. Co-stars make as much as Victoria works making that at Versanos. So he wasn't happy. His management team on the tour went to Ryan Murphy, who was one of the creators, and asked if he can get a pay raise, especially since he's going to have an even bigger role in season 3. Now, something to learn about the creators of Glee is that they let their emotions always get the best of them. And when doing a project, you should not do that. Never let your emotions dictate what happens next in your project. So, when asked this question, Ryan Murphy felt that as though Cord Overstreet was asking more than what he deserved. So he told Cord Overstreet not to come back for season 3. The only problem is that Sam Evans was a fan favorite character. So Ryan Murphy was kind of forced to bring back Sam. Now, as a creator, this is the scenario you're put with. You kicked a character off the show only to have fans tell you to bring him back, and you're really frustrated with this character. What do? How do you bring back the character? Well, obviously, you make him a stripper. So, another thing to know about a project is that you always need good feedback. Feedback is amazing. I've run this TED Talk on several times. I think Anaya knows my script. But, especially when a project is being released to a ton of different people and has a ton of moving parts, input from each section is great. If only the creators of Glee knew that. Especially when you're working on a TV show, there's a ton of different dynamics. And when there's actors involved, you know, we're self-absorbed. But also, actors tend to know the characters they're playing. So when actress Diana Agron went to the writers' team and asked for more plot lines than just her two very huge plot lines of Glee, which included and not limited to cheating on her boyfriend and cheating on her boyfriend. She's a very diverse character. She went to the writers and asked for something bigger. As I said, the writers of Glee did not only let frustrations get the best of them, but they also straight up did not listen to her and told her that she was overstepping her boundaries by putting in her opinion to the show. So, letting their frustrations seep into the show even more, they gave her two of the worst plot lines Glee has ever done, which is including and not limited to framing somebody for child abuse and making her get into a car accident, leaving her paralyzed. Yeah. Glee progressed into seasons 4 or 5, and it wasn't smooth sailing. A ton of things happened behind the scenes, but just this little tiny incident, it's like super thing, but I guess I have to mention it happened, which kind of pushed the writing back, and it was the main, Also, as I said, frustrations really seeped into Ryan Murphy. He went on Rolling Stone and said that she humanized the part, that she ruined the part for him because she humanized it. So she didn't come back. But as I said, just a little problem was happening within Glee, and it's super tiny. It's just the main star of Glee died. Okay, so it wasn't a little problem, it was a big problem. And when your main star dies, you don't know what to do. Not only did they have to rewrite the entire ending of the show, but they had to rework all of his plot lines and give them to separate characters, which is big shoes to fill, especially with Monteith. The thing is, though, Monteith wasn't just big shoes to fill within the show, but out of the show. He was considered the peacemaker between the cast and crew, especially making peace between his fiancée, Leah Michele, and the entire cast. Leah Michele I could do a whole TED Talk on. She's so dramatic and problematic, but I'm going to spare you guys. You're welcome. However, I do want to spotlight one thing that happened with Michele. Leah Michele was in turmoil, and obviously, as I said again, let her emotions get the best of her. During filming of a season 5 episode, she locked herself in a trailer because things weren't going her way. And when her co-star, Naya Rivera, called her out on it, obviously somebody got fired that day. It was Rivera. Leah Michele went to the writers and creators and said that she didn't like that Rivera felt that she was overstepping her bounds yet again. Do you see a pattern? Because I do. And she got Rivera kicked off of season 6. Now, you may be wondering, why didn't the writers and creators do anything? Well, besides rewriting the entire show, there was one little thing irking them. As I said, when you're writing an essay, have you ever just wished you chose a different topic, an easier topic? Well, the creators of Glee did that too. And they saw it and they pursued that topic. And that was American Horror Story and Scream Queens. They had checked out of Glee already, letting the 6th and final season of Glee die and just kind of fizzle out, making Glee known as a parody of itself. However, the creators of Glee took what they knew, and they used it. They created a ton of amazing shows that actually went down in history and won tons of awards. But in between all these shows, there's a pattern. Their frustrations never seeped into the show, and if there was any drama, then they cut the show short, much like Scream Queens. Your emotions tend to control your actions, but it doesn't have to control a project. You have to let your project just be that. So next time that your teacher assigns you a 6-paragraph essay and midway through the third paragraph you realize your wording is too clunky and it's just not going your way, I want you to think about this TED Talk. And I hope you can take away 2 things from it. 1, don't watch Leave past the 3rd season, it sucks. And 2, that maybe sometimes it's better to take a break and to not listen to Journey or Glee. You should probably stop believing. Thank you.